Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your August 2021 general reading. Mid-month, we're looking at the last 2 weeks of August, and this reading is for the fire sign of Aries. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all doing well wherever you're at. Thanks for taking the time to watch this and any of the videos on my YouTube channel, for all of your likes, shares, hitting that subscribe button, donations, comments, feedbacks, reaching out for personal readings. It is all greatly welcome and greatly appreciated. Thank you. So this reading is for the fire sign of Aries for the last 2 weeks of August 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Aries. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for an Aries. Of course, it's a general reading. It's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. So if you know all of your signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, watch them all because they can each provide additional insight and perspective. And if you find that anything does resonate with you, you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, click on the description link below, that little arrow. You'll see my email address there, maggie1maguire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I can usually respond the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I do readings full time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent about scheduling in a timely fashion. So message me if you'd like. Okay, Aries, let's see what the last 2 weeks of August look like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot Royale. Okay, Aries, we begin with the Three of Swords. A little disappointment, emotional pain. With the Eight of Coins, a job didn't work out, a project didn't work out, something you've been working hard at or putting a lot of work into. There's some kind of disappointment there. We have the Seven of Swords, taking stock, taking inventory, taking stock of what you have. Can I grow this into a 10? Should I make changes? Should I take what I can and move on? With the Four of Coins, the Miser card, holding on to your safety, your security, not sharing, on an emotional level, the Four of Coins can mean the same thing as it means, financially. Miser means to hoard what you have because you're afraid of losing. You're afraid you won't have anything left if you share, if you give, or if you spend, right? So it can be that way in actual financial and material things, or it can be that way in emotional things as well. Next, we have the Nine of Coins. Look at all this earth energy, independence, self-sufficiency, self-empowerment, working hard to get to a place where you're now enjoying the fruits of your labors. You take care of yourself. You don't ask anybody for anything. You don't rely on anybody for anything. With the Two of Swords, stuck, stubborn, reluctant, resistant to look at something. It looks like your independence, or your sense of your perception of independence or self-sufficiency, may be hindering you. It may be that something has happened, something hasn't worked out, but the fact that you're so self-sufficient and independent means that you may not want to reach out and ask for help or reach out in any kind of way, and that may end up costing you. Some of you, it may be that you've lost money in something, like financial and investment, or a job hasn't worked out, or it's not working out, and you're trying to figure out how to hold on to what security you can, or what money you have left, or how to recoup it. But the Two of Swords represents a reluctance or a resistance to look at something that's in front of you, because if you do, then you'll have to acknowledge something and then either own up, make a choice. But it looks like your sense of self, or being self-reliant, maybe, which normally is a positive character trait, but taken to the extreme, it's like cutting off your nose to spite your face. It may actually it may actually end up costing you something because you don't want to compromise or reach out or make some kind of connection. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Three of Wands, looking at your future. There's a sense here, Aries, of something I've invested in or I've worked on or invested in for quite some time isn't working out or didn't work out. But then there's a sense of maybe hoarding or telling yourself it doesn't matter or telling other people it doesn't matter, when in fact it really does, in that sense of I don't care, it doesn't matter, I'm fine on my own or whatever. I don't need to compromise or, reach out and make any connections or ask for help. It may end up costing you in some sense. A kind of a stubborn, resistant energy. Aries can be a little bit stubborn. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the Three of Wands. But there's definitely a disappointment here in something you were working on or counting on or were fairly certain was going to work out. There's a lot of earth energy, so the thing might be financial, material, job, career, project related. I mean, it could be love too, although there's no cup cards here, no water or emotional energy yet. Although there's emotions attached with everything, of course. Clarify the Three of Wands. The Four of Swords and the Four of Wands. So the Four of Swords is taking time out because you're tired, worn out, exhausted, need some perspective, need to recover, recuperate. The Four of Wands is the happy home card, celebration. Celebrations are on home and family. So maybe that there's two things going on here. There's like this disappointment and something isn't working out, even though you're trying to put maybe a brave face on it or whatever. You may be, and taking time out, it may be that you're taking time out to be with family and kind of enjoy, and maybe you're putting something on the back burner saying that it doesn't matter, it's fine. But underneath, you're like thinking about it, and you're thinking about perhaps how to recover, how to recuperate something. Let's keep clarifying. Clarify the Three of Swords. What's this disappointment or emotional pain or heartache about? The Seven of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles, same card. Taking stock, taking inventory, taking a look at what you have, what you've built up. The Eight of Wands, it's conversation, travel, fast movement forward, sometimes Cupid's arrows. So there's some kind of disappointment, again, in something that you were working on, something that you were counting on, something that you were fairly certain was going to work out, has failed or is failing, or there's some kind of disappointment there. For some of you, this might be as simple as travel plans being disrupted, or finding out that you were in fact going to, you had planned on going maybe to see family or family celebration or something of that sort, and your travel plans got a bit disrupted or canceled or put off or something of that sort. But something that you have been planning or putting work and effort into it either has failed or isn't moving forward in the way that you wanted it to, or were anticipating and expecting it, counting on it to. Clarify the Eight of Coins. The Five of Pentacles, insufficiency and lack, feeling shut out, abandoned, rejected, not good enough on an emotional level. Financial and material insufficiency. Also can be a card of not paying close enough attention to what's right in front of you or what's right next to you that you actually need and that is available to you, because you're so focused only on what you don't have, which the Two of Swords can be too. It's like something isn't working out, I've lost something, or I've lost something I was counting on, or it's not working out well, and now I'm feeling like I don't have enough, or I'm not good enough, or something of that sort. But yet there's something right there, what you need, what's available to you, but you're not paying attention on it because you're only focused on what isn't there. And maybe again, it's because of this sense of self-reliance and independence and self-sufficiency, which again, let me restate, there's nothing wrong with that. But any good character trait can be taken to a toxic extreme where, like your sense of self-sufficiency and self-reliance actually is the thing that enslaves you, because it prevents you from being able to reach out and connect, from being able to apologize, from being able to ask for help. And so what you actually see as independence and self-reliance is actually just a distorted form of, in slavery, basically. If that makes sense. Clarify the Four of Coins, the Miser card. The Five of Swords, the Ace of Cups. This is winning at all costs, being really driven and really ambitious no matter what it costs. Ace of Cups, to have some kind of new beginning. So it feels like you're thinking, how can I recoup my losses? How can I have a new beginning? How can I still have what I want? How can I have a renewal in this sense? How can I... It's like, but it's such, I'm getting this sense of stubbornness, Aries. I think we kind of go through, I kind of feel this with you sometimes. It's this sense of, I want what I want, I'm going to have what I'm going to have, and I'm just going to go after it bullheadedly, and I'm not going to compromise on anything because I don't need to, because I am self-reliant, and I can deal with this, I can do this myself, but not kind of softening up or seeing what else there is there for you. Being a bit more open and letting the guards down a bit might actually prevent you from having the thing that you want the most. That's what I'm getting. It's got to mean something to somebody. Clarify the Nine of Coins, self-sufficiency, self-reliance, independence. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. In the upright position, this is compromise, negotiation, collaboration, working together, agreeing on a goal and kind of compromising, a little give and take on how that goal should be accomplished, whatever that goal is. In the reverse, this is an absolute refusal to compromise, to negotiate, to collaborate, to consider other people's kind of, spaces and talents and skills and resources and things like that. This is kind of like an energy of it's my way or the highway, right? And I think it may end up costing you, Aries. Clarify the Two of Swords. It's definitely keeping you stuck. But it's kind of like underneath that, this stubbornness is saying, well, I can still have it some way. I'll figure out some way, right? And if not, or in the meantime, I'm just going to say, yeah, that's fine. I don't care, whatever. Sorry, Aries. Don't shoot the messenger. It's just what I'm getting. I love you, Aries. Your cloven hooves and your horns, but just like Taurus, you can be a bit stubborn sometimes. Two of Swords. Death, final endings. Yeah, it may cost you, Aries, in a way that you can't recover it. So you may want to consider this Three of Pentacles in the reverse, flipping it upright and looking at everybody else and everything else in this situation and ask yourself, if you're willing to look at what's most important and look at different ways of getting what's most important to you, meaning compromise, negotiation, collaboration, that's the way to, to having what you want, or to having most of what you want. Rather than being so stubborn, it may end up actually costing you the end of something that you may want quite badly. Now, what that thing is, I don't know. There's an awful lot of earth energy here, so it might be work, career, project, finance, money, material stuff. It might be, a relationship or love and romance. But if that's the case, there's, there's financial and material aspects to that as well, just because there's so much earth energy here. It might be, in a relationship issue that you're afraid of, maybe making a final commitment to somebody, or making it more, you know, conventional, like marriage or something like that, because you're afraid of, needing, your finances or material issues being protected, particularly if you had a bad experience in the past. But if you aren't willing to open up and compromise and negotiate and take a look at other people's wants or needs or feelings or thoughts or ideas about this, it looks like it may end up costing you the end of something, right? Or, I mean, it's going to end something, which means it's going to cost you. Any final messages, guidance, and advice for Aries for the last 2 weeks of August? Ten of Wands. Surrender, lay the burden down. And here it might be, whatever reasons have, I mean, usually when somebody is this, this whole almost toxic sense of independence and self-reliance, and I don't need anybody, and I don't need anything, and I don't need to ask for any help, I'd rather do without, or whatever. It comes from somewhere, right? It comes from experiences and things that you learned how to be guarded and protected and stuff like that. And that's okay. But you may want to take a look at this situation or this person or whatever this is not being those things that were in the past that caused you to feel this way. And it may be time to kind of lay that down to consider a different way, a different ideology. Two of Wands, make a choice, take action. The Knight of Cups, make an offer. Love, support, encouragement. This is a watery emotional offer. It's like the first cup card I've seen here. This is like opening up. This is like the Knight of Cups is not stubborn or resistant except when it comes to winning his love or winning his thing, right? He charges forward and just lays it all out there emotionally. This is how I feel. This is the way it, this is what I want, and whatever you need. And, that's kind of the Knight of Cups. It may be a big stretch for you, but maybe you can take the first step, right? Okay, Aries, I'll stop there. Those are your messages for the last 2 weeks of August 2021. I hope they were helpful to whoever needed to hear them. Again, if anyone, if this resonates enough, you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something for yourself, or even as a gift for someone else, email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you, and even more delighted to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the September general readings. Until then, stay safe and well, be blessed, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.